Welcome everyone to Your Our Unity, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one conversation at a time.
None of that affects how you are going to change the world.
That's right.
No, it does not take one person to change the world, but it takes one person to believe in themselves.
Yes.
That they can make a difference.
I love
to
that.
Inspire others.
And that's why, for me, I try to make it my purpose now to try to help other people realize their self-worth.
Yeah.
Because it's so sad that so many of us, we get destroyed based off of what other people have to say.
Yeah.
I would say do it in your own way. Make sure you're doing it on your own accord and take a risk.
Go out there and live your life passionately. Believe in everything that you're doing and believe in the fact that you will accomplish every single goal. Welcome everyone to Your Our Unity, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one conversation at a time. We want to encourage you to embrace your unique power, to uplift, to inspire, to make change and cause change in those lives around you. By leading with compassion and love and kindness, we can definitely transform the lives of many in this world. I am your host, LaShawn Walker. I'd like to welcome you in. Please like, share, and follow. Let everyone know that we are on right now, my friends. I hope that you guys had a wonderful day. It's been beautiful outside. And tell me, how have you impacted someone's life today? How have you made a change in someone's life? How have you blessed someone today? I think it is so very important that we all take the time to uplift and empower others, those that can't speak up for themselves, but more importantly, those that just need a little love and a little kindness in their life. That's what I've been doing, my friends, this past couple of weeks. And it feels really good for me to know that I've impacted someone in the way that I can, in the way that I do, just simply by showing up, making them laugh, or just asking a simple question of, how are you doing? I think that is important that we all take the time to do so. So, like I said, share with me how you have impacted someone's life today. I will tell you, I'm sitting here in a little pain. I had a little bee impact my life today. I'm sitting at my desk, minding my business, doing my work, and all of a sudden I received this sharp pain on the side up underneath my arm here. So I am in excruciating pain right now. I will say that little bee got me. I looked up Dr. Google to figure out what I'm supposed to do, and apparently 2 hours you're supposed to know how it's going to affect you. So it's been just about 2 hours. So I want you guys, and you also, Bobby, back there, my friend, to please let me know if something seems a little odd as we're conducting this interview today. If I'm talking a little strange, slurring my words, if my eyes look a little crazy, don't just look at me. Please call 911. It is important. I'm going to just push through the pain that I'm feeling right now, but I will tell you that it is no joke getting stung by a bee. I don't even know if I got the stinger. I thought I was having a heart attack. It was pretty bad. It really was. So don't take pictures of me, having a reaction. Please call 911. I appreciate it. Anyway, so like I mentioned, it's been a great couple of weeks, but also it's been filled with some ups and downs. I want to share with you exactly what I have been up to. And so this week in Unity in the Community, I had the pleasure of attending New York Fashion Week's amazing show by Prashant Goyal. He is the founder of Heritage Indian Fashion House, and it was amazing. I was invited by Sir Sheffic there, as he was invited by Prince Mario Max Schomburg Lip, and that is the beautiful Baroness Olga Papkovich. We had an amazing time. It was highlighting all of his designs, but more importantly, showing the cultural beauty in his designs as well. The young man is from India, and the designs that he had were just so beautiful, and they kind of, were modern, but yet very traditional at the same time. I saw a few pieces pieces that I'm actually interested in purchasing. The show was spectacular in every right. A lot of people took the time to attend as well. And then we had a beautiful after party at the Copacabana. I haven't been there in years. So it was awesome. The young models that graced the stage were beautiful and so graceful. And we're going to just share a little bit about who Prashant is. First, the Heritage India Fashions is a fashion brand based in New York that beautifully blends Indian designs, colors, and fabrics. Prashant Goyal is the visionary behind Heritage Indian Fashions, a brand deeply rooted in the rich cultural heritage of India. With a dedicated team of tailors, fabric suppliers, and skilled embroidery artisans from India, Prashant brings his designs to life by blending traditional craftsmanship with contemporary fashion. His one to life by blending including I'm sorry, I didn't want to play the video yet, so we're gonna wait until after I'm done. But basically, he crafted from rare and new fabrics, including eco-friendly natural materials that reflect his commitment to sustainability. Over the past 25 years, Prashant has curated an exceptional collection of unique textiles, such as 18th century rich silk fabrics adorned with gold and silver work, which allow him to create exclusive designs for heritage Indian fashions. Now, the brand's extensive collection showcases the beauty of Indian silhouettes while offering a fusion of modern styles without compromising the traditional essence of each garment. So I wanted to show you guys real quick, and I'm sorry for the premature showing of the video, but I wanted to show you guys real quick a brief snippet of the fashion show. So please hold tight. Yes, it was so beautiful. The designs, those young ladies, they just truly brought them to life. The pictures of the gentleman I have right now, of the designer, Mr. Prashant Goyal, there he goes. This gentleman here has just a talented, creative mind. He just showed such vibrant colors. I really was inspired by his designs and so interested in actually wearing some of them. So don't be surprised if I show up to the UR Unity show with one of those beautiful, beautiful designs that he created. Prince, Mario Max was actually the MC, the host of the evening. So it was just a beautiful turnout, and I'm so glad that I was able to come. That was one of my highlights for the past week. And then this past weekend, I had to attend the funeral of my beautiful dear friend and sister, Rosalind LaShawn Muller Bryant. This beautiful soul has been a guest on the UR Unity show. She shared with us how she was battling cancer back in December, but this faith warrior, this fearless child of God, she just fought tirelessly to make sure that she was going to enjoy her life, that she was going to take care of herself. She did research. She did all kinds of natural and holistic healing processes in order to keep her here as long as she possibly could. We're dearly going to miss that beautiful, beautiful soul. And unfortunately, she succumbed to her illness, but it wasn't without a fight, my friend. My sister and her were diagnosed actually at the same time. And unfortunately, my sister only lasted about a year. Rosalind barreled through with such grace and such faith and just such love for life and her family and her friends for 3 years. So it is sad that I had to experience that, but I am comforted that knowing that she is now an angel, a heavenly angel with God right now. She affected so many, transformed the lives of so many. The people that attended spoke about the beautiful things that she has contributed to their lives, how she's inspired them and encouraged them, how she made a huge difference in their lives. And that is what's so, so very important at this time, especially today in the world that we're living in. We want to make a positive impact on those that we know and also those that we don't know. We have to wake up every morning with a renewed attitude of who we are and what we want to contribute to society. And that's exactly what Roz did every single day. She fought tirelessly for veterans and homeless people. She fought tirelessly for her family and her friends to just live the very best life that they possibly could. She was an inspiration to many. She was an ear to listen, but she was a heart also to hold and to love. So I'm going to miss her deeply. If you get a chance, please check out her episode. It was called "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," and it, I believe, was the last show in December that I actually had, 2023. So I just want to show you real quick a video of what she desired her legacy would be after she is gone. Take a listen. What do you want to leave? What is the legacy you want to leave for humanity, for the world? What do you want to contribute?
What I've been given, which is just to love on people. That's literally what I try to do my whole life. I listen to people, I share in their experiences with them, I try to love on them. And if I can help you through something, it matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
In return, my friends did that for me. If we don't know, we're gonna figure it out together. We're gonna write down actionable steps or research it together. But it's a way out. If we don't know, we're gonna pray it out to find an answer. But I believe it's connection, it's human connection, it's love, and just living life in abundance. And we when we do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say we were designed, created to live life in abundance. And that video, that show, it just warms my heart. It just shows me the fight that that woman had in her, and more importantly, the love that she had in her. So I encourage you all out there who's listening and all those that will be listening later to please just lead with love. It helps so many, and it also gives your life a better meaning. And that's what we're going to talk about today also. My mission now is to transform lives. And I want to do that in any area I possibly can. That is exactly what Our Unity is all about. It's about sharing stories about people, stories about humanity, stories about those who can impact your life. You can see similarities in everyone that I've had on this show. And so it is my mission to transform the lives of all of those listeners out there, for you to realize that you have a unique gift to be a change, a positive influence on everyone that you meet. So we're going to speak to another amazing lady today that's doing the exact same thing. She is transforming the lives of people, not only here in her community, but abroad. She's an amazing woman, and I want to introduce you to her. And the title of the show is Transforming Lives. The guest is Eugenia Chinsman. She is the founder and president of Sweet Mother Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that celebrates the extraordinary contributions of ordinary women and supports education for disadvantaged youth. Sweet Mother Incorporated is dedicated to empowering women and children by providing them with resources, opportunities, and a platform to recognize their strength and potential. Through its initiatives, the organization helps to break cycles of poverty, uplift families, and create lasting positive changes in communities. In addition to her work with Sweet Mother Incorporated, Eugenia Chinsman is the president and CEO of Manstravel, a travel company that has earned the prestigious Best of Business Awards for 14 consecutive years. Under her leadership, Manstravel has become a bridge connecting African Americans with their heritage through annual roots and cultural tours. These tours allow participants to explore their ancestral history, particularly through transformative experiences. Eugenia's work fosters sustainable social and developmental relationships between America and Africa, helping to build a deeper understanding of cultural identity and shared history. Eugenia's influence extends beyond business and tourism, earning her recognition in professional journals, publications, and acknowledgments from tourism directors in Africa, African diplomatic missions. Her unwavering commitment to social upliftment, education, and cultural empowerment drives her to give back to communities in meaningful ways. With a life philosophy rooted in the belief that true success lies in enriching the lives of others, Eugenia continues to inspire change and transform lives, both in the US and across Africa. Through her leadership, she shapes a brighter future for generations to come. So please help me welcome in the beautiful Eugenia Chinsman. How are you?
How are you? First of all, let me extend my condolences to you for
Thank
the departure of a friend. Just listening to her, brought tears to my eyes.
yeah, yeah.
I felt so deeply sad. The
Thank you.
young person has been taken away from us. You've
Yes.
been doing a fantastic job.
Yes, thank you. I so
Mm.
appreciate that. I really do. That was needed right now. And yeah, she was an amazing woman, so young, so vibrant, so helpful. And it's just sad when we lose people that are so important to this world, you know?
I know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we go through that every day. Every day, someone we love, someone we care for, someone we've known all our lives,
yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank
leave.
you so much. Thank you. I'm inspired by how she lived her life. And it's just encouraged me. Well, reinforced because I've always been that person that wants to, be a positive change in someone's life. But knowing that that was her life's work, just by her being who she was, it just inspires me even more to make sure that I'm out there spreading that same message. And I love the fact that you're doing it as well, Miss Chinsman. You are just transforming lives here in your community, but also in Africa. So
Yes,
that's what I wanted to speak to you about today. I think the topic is so befitting for all that you do as well. So first, tell us a little about. I mean, I read your bio. I basically told them everything they need to know. But she is from Connecticut. Tell us a little about your background, and then we'll get right into Sweet Mother Incorporated.
okay. So I did not hear clearly your last question.
I said, tell us a little about your background, and then we'll go right into Sweet Mother's organization.
Okay. Well, as you know, my name is Eugenia Chinsman. I was born and raised in a very small country in West Africa called Sierra Leone.
Mm,
And in 1980, we left, my husband and I have two kids,
mm-hmm.
and a boy and a girl, and both of them are living in England.
Oh, wow.
And because we worked for many years for the United Nations,
Oh,
and we actually put them in a boarding school in England.
okay.
And both of them did law, and they really do not want to come and take an exam in the United States again. In
Mm,
fact, they claim that they are brain drained.
right.
So, so they live in England, and I'm here. And during the tenure of my husband's job, and when we move from place to place, I've actually worked for many organizations. I worked for the World Health Organization. I was their operations manager in Sierra Leone.
Oh,
I
wow.
worked for World Vision International. I was their communication officer in Senegal, where we lived. I
Wow.
worked at the Ford Foundation for many years, and I worked in their Africa program, in their Asia program. And then when my husband was posted to Ethiopia, I left the job.
Oh,
And
wow.
whilst I was living in Ethiopia, with my mind made up that I'm going to be that wife that my kids will come home and find me home. I'm no longer working for somebody.
Right.
Somebody approached me and said, would you like to run a program for blind students?
Oh,
I said, blind students? And she said, yes, there was somebody running this program because for some strange reason in Ethiopia, blindness is looked upon as if it's breeds bad omen.
right.
So blind babies were actually left on their own. And there was a mission that collected all these babies and created a life for them, created a home and a school.
Mm-hmm.
When they took over, when they took their, what is equivalent to the SAT, they
Mm-hmm.
all passed. But the university was not equipped for
Wow.
blind students. And so my job was to look for people who can donate money so that we can buy tapes and
Mm,
put these their books on tapes.
right.
So I looked at the idea, and unfortunately, my mother had glaucoma.
Oh,
So I
wow.
said, "Oh my God! Well, maybe God wants me to serve in this field."
Yeah.
So I decided to help the students. And cut a long story short, by the time I left, we were able to establish a center for computer technology for the blind.
Wow.
And so my business of changing lives started, I should say, when I started living in Ethiopia.
Yes, it sounds like it. A very impressive resume. And for so many different diverse organizations, I think that is truly amazing.
Yeah.
So, how did Sweet Mother then come about?
Okay, it turned out that for every place that we lived, automatically I became the president of the women's group. And so all these women would come to me with their stories, and I was amazed at ordinary women. Nobody knows about them and what they have accomplished.
Right.
And I decided that whenever I go into retirement, I'm really going to do something to
Mm,
honor women and to bring women to the situation in which people will start to know that there are women who actually, within the confines of their homes,
yes.
within the goodness of their hearts, they
Yes.
have done remarkable things.
Yes.
So I started the program called Sweet Mother, where we celebrate the outstanding strength in ordinary women.
Wow.
And
That's
this program started 14 years ago, and we have been able to recognize 54 women all over the United States.
wow.
It's incredible. It's incredible when you hear the stories of these
Wow.
women. You
What
think,
in what in particular have you done to transform these young women's lives over in
so what
America?
we decided to do was when we have this gala evening, because we decided we're going to have like a black tie dinner dance to
Mm,
honor these women because they were not expecting an
right.
award. So, and the funds goes towards the education of girls, disadvantaged girls,
Mm-hmm.
not only in our community, but also globally.
Right.
And we've been working through an association called the Forum of African Women Educationalists. We
Okay.
have big school all over Africa for girls.
Oh, nice.
And these girls are girls that would never have had the opportunity of darking the university or school or any form of institution of
Right.
education.
Right. Right.
So they now built a school in my country in Sierra Leone, And this school came out because about 10 or 15 years ago, we
Mhm.
had a war where girls were abducted and raped, and all kinds of terrible things happened to these girls. And they lost their parents. So some of them were living with foster parents and no idea of a future.
Wow.
So this forum came in and built the school, and the school started with 60 girls.
Right.
It's no longer that type of school for girls that were abducted or raped. These are girls. The school is now for marginalized girls, disadvantaged girls who might not have the opportunity to go to school.
I love that. What do you provide them actually? I mean, knowing that you want to educate them, obviously, so that when they graduate, they're able to pursue higher education and great jobs. But what tools and resources are you actually equipping them with now?
So we walk through this organization called the Forum of African Women in Education.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is that each child is provided with their school books, their uniform, we pay their tuition fees, we contribute money towards their transportation
Mm-hmm.
because some of them are living with foster parents who could not afford to
Right.
pay their transportation to school,
Right.
and we
Right.
don't want anything to disturb their learning. So we cover all that with the funds that we get from the proceeds of our events.
Right.
And also in Connecticut, where I live, we were up to last year supporting a school in New Haven where 43% of the students there were academically at risk.
Wow. And this is in Connecticut, New Haven,
This is
Connecticut,
in
correct?
Connecticut where
Okay.
I live, yeah. And this year, our event, we're going to support a program in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and in Norwalk
Right.
for girls that, again, that are in crisis.
Right.
And there is an organization called the McFarland Project,
Right.
and they are actually getting these girls together,
Nice.
trying to nurture them and trying to help them so that they will be able to go to college.
I love that. I love that. Tell us a little success story, one or two that you have, from any of the young women or the students there in Connecticut that you've impacted.
Well, in Sierra Leone, when we started supporting these girls, we were only supporting them up to high school.
Mm,
Then we realize when they get there, they are stuck because some of them have actually taken exams equivalent to the SAT,
right.
but they cannot go to college or university because there's nobody to pay their fees.
Right.
So we started to follow them up to university level. And last year we sent 5 of them to universities and colleges in Sierra Leone.
Oh my
And
God.
we have another 5 that will be going to colleges and universities next year. In Connecticut, the New Haven School, we contribute towards the education, the university fees of 2 students in the school.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. Considering that, these children, they're really children, um, receive such hardship in their life and didn't have, people to support them in their journey. I know it must really make you happy and proud that you're able to extend the hope and also the promise, but also the gifts of Sweet Mother Incorporated to ensure that these young people have a bright future, right?
Yeah, but LaShawn, when you think of what you would spend $100 on,
Yeah,
maybe a pair of shoes
yeah,
or handbag or
yeah,
a dress,
yeah.
and you contribute $100 or $200
Hmm.
and educate someone and change that person's life completely.
Yes.
And another thing that it's so wonderful about the school in New Haven is that most of the students who have made it to colleges, they come back to mentor those that they have left behind.
Wow. Yeah.
So they, at the end of the school year, they have to leave a word of wisdom.
Mm,
So what are your plans? How do you intend to achieve those goals?
yeah.
And we come in and see if we could only contribute $1,000 or $2,000. to change that girl or boy, because at the New Haven school they have boys also, and
Mm-hmm.
that we support with the small amount of money that we give them.
Right.
And we see how it has impacted their lives.
Wow. Wow. Putting them on a trajectory that they probably wouldn't have never been on had it not been for your support and your help. I love that. I really do. And I love that, especially these young ladies in Africa, who have dealt with so much, who, are probably most of them left alone and could be married at 13, 14 years old. You're giving them a hope for a better future. And I think that is so very important. I really love it. Well,
Yeah,
I know that you do quite a few galas and parties throughout the year. So you want to get people involved and you want to show people and highlight exactly what Sweet Mother is doing and how it is impacting so many around the world. So I just emceed a tea party that you had a few months ago, which was amazing. So every year, do you put on these tea parties, and who do you honor at this function? You could.
um, we started doing. We normally have two fundraising programs a year, the
Mm-hmm.
Victorian High Tea, and we decided that every 5 years we will honor a man, a father, who
Mm-hmm.
have actually helped to change lives.
Wow.
And this year, 2025, we're going to honor someone there, a
Wow.
father that someone would nominate, who have done extremely well in his community, even in his own home with his own children.
Mm,
So and then in September, we do the gala where we recognize and celebrate the outstanding strength in ordinary women that have done extraordinary things.
mhm.
And as I told you earlier, these women are nominated by people who actually know what they have done, and who have been in their lives also and be part of what they do. And
Yeah.
they bring them to our attention.
Yes.
Women who just refuse to walk away.
Yeah. That's right.
They
We're
just
not
refuse
supposed
to
to.
walk away.
Yeah. You're not supposed to. And it's
Yeah,
beautiful that you have these events so that you can introduce people to exactly what you're doing, but also show them the young ladies that you're helping. I know at the tea party, you received letters that we all read from the young ladies that were blessed enough to receive the support from the organization. I think that's very important, and it humanizes them as well. It's not like they're just pouring money into your organization and they don't see any type of profit or any gain on it. So I know that's important to you as well,
yeah.
correct?
We decided that it is important for the people who support us to hear from the people we support.
Yes.
So we cannot go on and on talking on their behalf.
Right.
So we wanted them to tell their stories.
Yeah.
So at our events, like you saw at the tea, we had a video of the girls telling their stories
Yes.
themselves. And
Yes.
we thought, and the biggest thing that is going to happen is that next year, January, Sweet Mother Board is going to visit the school.
Oh.
Yes, they're going to visit the school to give them the opportunity to meet the girls that we've been supporting and working hard to get to their education.
Right.
So the board will be in Sierra Leone,
Mm-hmm.
visiting the school, and I am so excited
Yes.
that they decided to do this, because it is so important for you to be able to see and interact with people that you have elevated from nothing
Yeah.
to
No.
where they are now.
I totally get it. I
Yes.
so wanted to go on that trip. I just couldn't, make it work, considering it's at the beginning of the year. But I know that's going to be a huge Christmas gift for not only you ladies that are going and the gentlemen that are attending as well, but those women that are going to be able to finally meet the people behind their success.
Yes,
It's you guys and all that you're doing here on the front lines to make sure that they have everything they need to be that great success in this world. So I
exactly.
know you're so happy. I know you are. That's amazing.
Yes.
Well, I also, what you wanted to add something?
No, I just wanted to say that I am blessed with an excellent board members,
Yes.
people who are so committed,
Yeah.
people who take time off their busy schedule to help me arrange all the things that is actually becoming so phenomenal, so wonderful for
Yeah.
the people we support.
Yeah.
So they are, without them, I don't know what we would have done.
Yeah.
But and to thank them to take also the opportunity to travel and spend their own money
Yeah.
to visit these girls, the
Yeah.
impact it would made in these girls' lives, I cannot even begin to tell you.
Yeah, I could imagine. No,
Yeah,
it's going to be a beautiful moment. And
yeah.
your team is truly, truly amazing. I've had the pleasure to meet them all, and
Mm.
and their heart is in the right place. You know, they're also all about transforming lives, and I think that is important in a committee, in people that support you, and know that they're doing it, you know, genuinely and authentically, because they want to and not because they have to. So I think that's beautiful, Eugenia. I really
Yeah.
do. So I'm going to also share with the audience that this woman travels all around the world. And I mean, every time I speak to her, she's in a different country, a different continent. She is all over. And that's because she is the founder of Man's Travel, CEO of Man's Travel. So, real quick, explain to us exactly why you decided to start your travel organization. I understand that you're connecting individuals to their heritage. So, sort of explain to us exactly what that means.
Well, my background is international affairs,
Mm-hmm.
and I specialize in world cultures.
Okay.
So for many years, I've been traveling with my husband all over the place.
Mm.
And then when it was getting closer to his retirement, some of my friends said, "What are you going to do with your time?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Wow, that's a question because I'm not."
Your kids are grown now. They don't need you at home. So what are you really going to do with your time? Yep, I get it.
I'm an empty nester. My kids are all gone. So what am I going to do? And a friend of mine said, "Why don't you sell travel?" He
Wow.
said, "Eugenia, you travel so vastly, and it will be, I'm sure it's going to be a successful business because you'll be sharing your experience of the world with other people."
Mm.
So I just decided to keep that at the back of my head and thinking about, okay, what's am I going to sell travel? How am I going to do this? Then I learned that you can sell travel from home. You can start a travel business like a home-based business.
Exactly.
Yeah, which again was a good thing because my kids were in school in England and I needed time to visit them during half term and all this type of. So and then I decided to investigate into how I could sell travel in the United States. So selling travel is not just to say that I'm a travel agent or I'm a
Right.
travel advisor.
Yes.
You have to have certification classes. And so I decided to spend an entire year certifying myself to make sure that I can authentically sell travel.
Right. I love it.
And whilst I'm trying to do this, I had met an African American girl who said that she had found it so difficult for her not knowing Africa herself, not knowing her roots.
Mm.
And that she was fortunate to marry someone who took her to live in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And she said if she has the opportunity, she definitely would need someone to bring back home her sisters and brothers to experience what she has actually experienced
Right.
living in Africa. So I decided that I would make one of my niche markets is roots and cultural tours. So I've been connecting people with their roots in especially in West Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and people who have actually taken their DNA and they know exactly who their ancestors are
Wow.
in Ghana, in Sierra Leone, in Togo, in Benin, in Senegal.
Wow.
And I organize like a pilgrimage that they get back home
I love
and
that.
actually meet face to face with their ancestors.
I love that. That's a wonderful, unique idea, my friend. Also transforming lives because you're connecting people to
Yes,
their roots, to their heritage and their culture. So I have to say, this is an experience. This is not trips around the world. You
no,
are introducing your clients to an experience. And I think that is phenomenal. Tell
yes,
us exactly. I mean, I'm sure that the different people that you've taken on this trip and they researching their DNA and where they came from, that they had to discover like there's some really powerful people coming from queens and kings and things of that nature. Am I right?
yes. And I started my business 18 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I've connected almost 500 African Americans with their roots in Africa, in
Wow.
West Africa mostly.
Wow.
And when our sisters and brothers were taken forcefully
Mm-hmm.
away from their roots, they went through a particular door, which is a door of no return,
Mm.
and they walked into the boats that brought them to the United States.
Yeah.
So most of the people I've taken back, I could see them going through that same door
Yeah.
and say, "I have returned.
Yes. I'm back.
I have returned. I have seen all kinds of emotions. I
Mm-hmm.
have seen people saying, 'Thank you, Eugenia, I put a closure. I know who I am. I know my people.'
Yeah.
I have people who have actually moved completely from the United States to live in these countries where they have found their ancestors.
Wow.
And in Sierra Leone, they not only discover their ancestors, the government gives them a passport.
Mm-hmm.
They become a citizen of the country.
Right.
And then they have their ancestral names. They go through a naming ceremony in which they have their names given to them. And they're attached to a chief in that particular area that
Mm.
continues to nurture them
Right.
in their culture, which they have actually did not know since birth.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's important. Tell
So
me
it's an
exactly
amazing,
how important you think we all should sort of take that journey, because that's what it is. It's a journey back to your past,
yes.
not necessarily lived, but the past of those that lived before you. So how important is it that we all take that journey, and not necessarily have to be Africa, it could be England, it could be Germany, it could be France, wherever, but that we all take the time to rediscover our history.
And Sierra Leone has a very interesting history that most people don't know about.
Mm.
That the capital of Sierra Leone, Freetown, was bought for the resettlement of enslaved people.
Oh
So
wow.
people actually went back to live
Wow.
in Africa, and some of them went to Sierra Leone, and another set went to Liberia.
Right.
So the people who are actually living in the capital of Sierra Leone are people who are not indigenous to the country. They were taken there to
Mm.
live from the Caribbean, from Central America, Brazil, and all these places,
Right.
and from the United States itself. And some went to England, and they were also taken back to resettle in West
Wow.
Africa, in Sierra Leone.
Wow. That's impressive. It really is. And the fact that they're going back and like you said, it was created for those who were taken, those who were separated from
Yes,
their actual family in their native countries and continents. So I think that's really, really, really beautiful that you're offering that service and
yes,
that you're giving people an opportunity to reconnect to who they are, because a lot of us don't. We exist in a time where we think our parents and our grandparents are the only ones that shaped our being and who we are and show the world, but that is not true. We come from a long line of ancestors who have contributed and impacted our lives in some form, in some fashion. And so it is beautiful that you're able to kind of guide them into figuring out who they are and why they are. I think that's really beautiful. So let me ask you, Eugenia, considering that you have men's travel, what is the most important thing about your work you believe you do?
well, Manstravel does not only sell roots and cultural tours. We
Mm-hmm.
have other niches. We sell African safaris,
Nice.
and we do destination weddings and honeymoons.
Nice.
And we sell 40% of our business. We sell cruises, and we
Mm.
do sell all the cruise lines.
Wow.
And from the Galapagos to Antarctica, we sell.
I love
So
it.
you give us your plans, we create your memories
Yeah.
wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
So, but
That.
we have our niches like roots and
Yeah.
cultural tours, African safaris, destination weddings, and honeymoons. But
Okay.
what is important to me is that through my roots and cultural tours, that I have seen people coming back to the United States telling me that I am not the same person that left this country.
Mm-hmm.
I came back somebody else because I have had the opportunity to meet the people to whom I belong.
Right. Right.
And that has sometimes just brought tears to my eyes
I
that
know.
I've been able to do that.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's amazing. That's
as
amazing.
you say, continuing I tell people I'm a social worker. I think I was born social worker.
You probably were, my friend. You worked at the UN. You worked for all these organizations. You were designed and created to give back.
It gives me so much pleasure to just lift somebody up to
Yes.
the
Yeah.
next level,
Well, let me.
wherever they are, wherever I can take them, what
Yeah.
I can do to fulfill that happiness that maybe they are looking for, something that would bring them some form of satisfaction.
Yes.
Asking yourself, oh my God, I'm in the United States, but who I am here? Who are my people? And
Yes.
giving them the opportunity to find their people and knowing them and connecting with them and believing that, oh my God, I belong somewhere. I have people that belong to me.
Yes.
It has given me so much pleasure. Sending these girls to school, looking at them and seeing them get into colleges and universities,
Mm-hmm.
it is so, so, so rewarding. And
I love
as
it.
I say, nobody's looking for an award or reward,
Mm-hmm.
but just refusing to walk away and help to make other people's lives better.
Yes. That's important.
I think it's being that impactful in people's lives
Mm-hmm.
is so important.
Well, I say today's title is Transforming Lives, my friend. Share
Yes,
with us how you feel that is important that we all do it, especially in this day and time.
yes, yeah. And always make time to see what you can do for someone
Hmm.
that actually need
Yeah.
your help.
Yes. Yes.
I remember when I first moved to the United States, I was living in Manhattan. And every morning I walk to work, I see people living in cardboard boxes.
Wow.
I see families with kids. I could never, ever end the day without being so tormented with that sight that I've seen. And what am I going to do to help these people?
Right. Right.
And my boss used to tell me, find a shelter and give your contribution
Right.
because they might be able to help out.
Yes. Yeah.
So I am happy that I'm able to create my own shelter to
Yes.
help other people
Yes.
become someone. And of course, again, my board for what they do, taking time off their busy schedule, planning all these activities,
Right.
being so involved, and taking their time off to visit and interact with these girls. It's
Yeah.
one of the most blessing and I think the biggest achievement that I've had.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that we should all embark on that journey. If we see something that, you yourself wouldn't want to experience, then you should at least reach out and try to help that person, because I'm sure they don't want to experience it either. It's just they don't have the help, the resources, and the support that they could get and to receive and have, in order for them to get out of whatever situation they're in. So it is so important that we have people like you and like the Sweet Mother organization, as well as your Our Unity, that is out there trying their best with every fiber of their being to be a difference in someone's life, to make a difference in someone's life, to be of encouragement and support. So I want to ask you, considering Sweet Mother has been around for how many years now?
Um, 14 years. This is our
14 years. Wow.
actually this year is our 15th gala that we're going to have.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to talk about next. You have an
Mhm.
amazing gala coming up on September 21st. I am also one of the MCs for the event, and I'm so excited about that. But I wanted to share with you guys out there, if you're interested in joining us for this Sweet Mother annual fundraising gala, please join us on September 21st. It's going to be where exactly, Eugenia?
It's going to be held in a restaurant called Giovanni's. It's a well-known restaurant in Darien in Connecticut.
Mhm.
And the address is on the flyer which you're showing right now. So if you cannot come, you can go to our website, sweetmotherawards.org, and just make a donation.
I love it. Well, we
Yeah,
can't
a
ask for
donation.
donations here on the Your Our Unity show, but we can suggest that you reach out to Eugenia. You can contact her at what she mentioned, sweetmother.org, and you can get more information about the organization and all that they're doing and the gala that's coming up. So tell me a little about the gala. What can we expect at this phenomenal gala?
At the gala is the event we have to celebrate the outstanding strength in these ordinary women that have done extraordinary things.
Oh, wow.
And people nominate them. This year we had almost 13 nominations. We only have 7 awards.
Wow.
We were even for the first time giving an award to 2 people because when we read what they have done, you cannot just say no to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we will be honoring these women at this event on the 21st of September. And it's a gala dinner dance. Our ticket is $130,
Mhm.
which gives you the opportunity to have a fantastic meal
Yes.
because Giovanni is known for their meals. They actually have an excellent chef there that has been doing a great job.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
the event starts with a cocktail hour
Mhm.
from 6:30 to 7:30, and then we have dinner and then the awards, and we get these women to give us like a 2 minutes speech to just tell us what actually inspired them to do what they have done.
Wow, I
Yeah,
love that. So we're highlighting women who are giving back, who are transforming lives, phenomenal women that are recognized by their peers and by their community, who are being of service to those in need. So you have quite a few awards. I actually was blessed to receive the Community Advocate Award a few years back, and I thank you so much for that. I champion that every day, to be a community activist and to make sure that I'm helping in any way that I can. But I love that you highlight women that are actually making changes in this world,
yeah.
and they do it so selflessly. And I think that is truly amazing. So I can't wait to attend the gala. I suggest you all do the same. Go ahead. What did you want to say? What did you want to share?
And this for the last 2 years, we've actually been inviting our past honorees,
Mm,
those who have grown beyond what actually they achieved when we gave them the award. So
wow,
this year we'll definitely be highlighting 2 of our past honorees who have actually gone beyond our expectations
I love it.
in their achievements. So they
No,
will be there and they will spend another 2 minutes just to talk
that's
about
that's
how
beautiful.
yeah how big and they have grown.
Aw,
Yeah,
I
yes.
love that, Eugenia. Well, I'm going to tell you,
So,
I like you. I thank you so much for sharing, all that you are doing with Sweet Mother Incorporated, as well as Man's Travel. Do you want to leave us with something, wise, some wisdom before we go?
first of all, I want to thank you, Lashon. I
Aw,
mean, you are just an amazing woman. We all love you. We
thank
don't
you.
even want to leave you alone.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
We just love you. And before I leave, I just want to ask that those who have heard me tonight will enable us to continue to transform, to empower, and to serve as a catalyst for positive change and upliftment in the lives of disadvantaged girls, both locally and globally.
I
So
love
please come and support us so that we are able to give back and change the lives of girls and boys that
it.
may not have
Yes.
someone with a voice to help them out.
Yes, definitely. Please, guys, do that. Reach out to her. We're going to show your information right now, Miss Eugenia. And we want you to reach out to her for any type of assistance and contributions of any nature, even if it's just you showing up to the galas. That is Sweet Mother Incorporated, sweetmotherawards.org. And you can also reach her at Man's Travel if you want to reconnect with your roots, which I'm sure a lot of us will be wanting to do very, very soon. Because, I mean, depending on how this election goes, a whole bunch of us is probably moving anyway. So, anyway, I like to
That's
thank
why we
you.
have to continue to celebrate women and celebrate the outstanding strength in ordinary women. This
Every
year,
day, every day, every day. Thank you so much, Miss Chinsman, for being here. You are a beacon of beauty and hope for all. Continue to do the great work that you're doing and helping these young children and young adults achieve their dreams. It's all about transforming lives, and you're doing an amazing job of doing that. Okay.
and thank you, Lashon, for giving me the opportunity to be on
No,
your program. I deeply appreciate it.
thank you. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to get real quick to the Dare to Be You.
Thank you.
And it is transforming lives begins with recognizing the power we each hold to inspire, uplift, and create change. It's about more than helping others, it's about giving them the tools to help themselves, empowering them to believe in their worth, embrace their potential, and rise above limitations. When we lead with compassion, purpose, and a desire to serve, we ignite a spark that can illuminate the path, not only for one person, but for entire communities. That's how we transform lives, one step, one heart at a time. So dare to be you by embracing your unique gifts and let your light shine. Your authenticity and purpose have the power to transform lives. Take that bold step today. Lift someone up, share your story, and create positive change. Together, we can build a brighter, more empowered world. The time is now. Be the spark that inspires transformation. And that's what the beautiful Miss Eugenia Chinsman is, that spark that is inspiring change. I thank
Thank
you
you so much.
so much. Thank you, my
So
love, for
that
being
is so
here.
deeply inspiring. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. I'd like to thank Miss Chinsman again for being here. And I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in to another episode of Your Our Unity. Please go out there and impact someone's life positively today. I want you to have a wonderful week. Please remember that I love you and that peace and love is in the palm of our hands. So let's go out there and be some love, share some love, and just give some love. It's all about love, my friends. As
Thank
my
you.
beautiful friend Roz said, have a wonderful evening. We will see you next week. And until then, good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah.